Our world is a symphony of sound. From the moment we wake to the moment we sleep, our senses are bombarded with noise. The relentless hum of traffic, the incessant pings of notifications, the chatter of voices. We live in an age of distraction where silence is rare. This constant noise seeps into our minds. Our thoughts race, anxieties swirl, creating mental chatter. We are bombarded with information, leaving us drained. In this chaotic world, it is easy to feel lost. We crave moments of peace, but they seem elusive. The demands of life leave us with little time for solitude. We are constantly on the go, leaving little space for stillness. This pursuit of stimulation comes at a cost. When bombarded with noise, our minds never rest. We become easily distracted. Our ability to focus diminishes. We feel stressed, anxious, and overwhelmed. In a world that glorifies busyness and constant connectivity, seeking silence and solitude may seem counterintuitive. We are conditioned to believe our worth is measured by how much we do. Silence is often associated with inactivity or loneliness. However, embracing silence and solitude can unlock your full potential. It helps in finding inner peace and navigating life's challenges. By disconnecting from the external world, we tap into creativity, wisdom, and resilience. Silence and solitude are about creating space for ourselves. In the stillness, we connect with our intuition and gain fresh perspectives. The benefits of incorporating silence and solitude into our lives are profound and far-reaching. When we allow ourselves to disconnect from the external world and turn our attention inward, we give our minds and bodies a chance to rest, repair, and rejuvenate. Stress levels decrease, creativity flourishes, and our capacity for empathy and compassion expands. In the stillness, we gain clarity. We are better able to identify our priorities, make sound decisions, and navigate challenges with greater ease. We develop a deeper understanding of ourselves, our strengths, our weaknesses, our values, and our aspirations. This self-awareness empowers us to live more authentically and make choices that are aligned with our true selves. Furthermore, silence and solitude foster a sense of inner peace and contentment. When we are not constantly seeking external validation or distraction, we learn to find fulfillment within ourselves. We develop a deeper appreciation for the simple things in life and experience a profound sense of gratitude for the present moment. This journey into the depths of silence and solitude is not always easy. It requires courage to face our inner demons, to confront our fears, and to sit with uncomfortable emotions. However, the rewards are immeasurable. By embracing the power of stillness, we unlock a world of possibilities, empowering ourselves to live more meaningful, fulfilling, and joyful lives. We live in a world saturated with noise. From the moment our alarms jolt us awake to the blue light of our screens flickering late into the night, we are bombarded with a constant stream of stimulation. The cacophony of the city, the incessant pings of notifications, the endless scroll of social media, all contribute to a sense of perpetual motion, a feeling that we must always be on, connected, and engaged. This external noise is mirrored by the internal chatter of our minds. Thoughts, worries, plans, and anxieties swirl within us, creating a mental landscape that rarely experiences true stillness. We have become so accustomed to this constant hum of activity, both internal and external, that we scarcely notice its impact on our well-being. Yet beneath the surface, this constant barrage takes its toll. Our attention spans dwindle, our patience wears thin, and we find it increasingly difficult to connect with our inner selves, with that quiet space where wisdom and creativity reside. The noise, both external and internal, becomes a barrier, separating us from our true nature, from the peace that comes from simply being present in the moment. This is where the transformative power of silence and solitude comes in. It offers a counterpoint to the frenetic pace of modern life, a sanctuary where we can reconnect with our inner selves and tap into a wellspring of strength and resilience. It is in the quiet moments, away from the demands of the world, that we can begin to hear our own inner voice, to discern our own thoughts and feelings from the constant input of others. Section 2. The Inner Oasis. Imagine stepping off a crowded, noisy street into a serene garden. The air is fresh, the sounds of nature soothe the ears, and a sense of tranquility washes over you. This is the essence of what silence and solitude can offer. an inner oasis. In this space of stillness, we create the conditions for deep inner work. We allow ourselves to simply be without the pressure to do. It is in these quiet moments that we can begin to process our experiences. This inner oasis is not a place of escape, but rather a place of renewal. By withdrawing from the constant stimulation of the world, we recharge our mental and emotional batteries. We emerge from these periods of solitude feeling refreshed and recentered. Section 3. The misconception of solitude. Solitude is often misunderstood, often equated with loneliness or isolation. We live in a culture that prizes extroversion and constant connection, leading many to believe that being alone is something to be avoided. Yet, solitude, true solitude, is not about physical isolation, but about a state of mind. It is about choosing to step away from the crowd, from the constant need for external validation, and to spend time in the company of our own thoughts and feelings. It is about embracing the quiet, about finding comfort and contentment in our own company. This kind of solitude, far from being lonely, can be deeply empowering. It allows us to connect with our authentic selves, to explore our passions and interests without judgment, and to develop a stronger sense of self-reliance. It is in these moments of self-discovery that we often find our greatest strengths and our most creative ideas. The ability to be comfortable in our own company, to enjoy our own thoughts and reflections, is an invaluable skill in a world that constantly bombards us with distractions. It allows us to step back from the noise, to gain perspective, and to make choices that are aligned with our values, not simply the expectations of others. Section 4. The transformative power of silence. Silence holds a transformative power. In the absence of noise, we hear our intuition, connect with creativity, and tap into inspiration. Silence makes us better listeners to the world and our hearts. It cultivates patience and understanding. In stillness, we listen without judgment. Embracing silence creates space for wisdom and compassion. It is a journey of self-discovery and transformation. While the benefits of silence and solitude might seem intuitive, who hasn't craved a quiet moment amidst a chaotic day? Modern science is beginning to unravel the profound ways in which these practices impact our brains. One key finding is the brain's default mode network, DMN. Active during rest, the DMN is crucial for memory, self-awareness, and social cognition. Silence acts like a system reboot for the mind. In our always-on world, stress is chronic for many. The demands of work and constant connectivity keep our nervous systems in overdrive. This stress affects both mental and physical health. Prolonged noise exposure elevates cortisol levels. Elevated cortisol can lead to anxiety, depression, and cardiovascular issues. Silence lowers cortisol, promoting calm and well-being. Think of silence as a reset button for the nervous system. Stepping into quiet signals safety and relaxation. This activates the parasympathetic system, promoting peace. Regular silence builds stress, resilience, and emotional regulation. Beyond its stress-reducing benefits, silence also plays a crucial role in enhancing cognitive function. In a world that often feels like an assault on our attention, the ability to focus, concentrate, and engage in deep thought is becoming increasingly valuable. Research has shown that silence promotes neurogenesis, the creation of new brain cells in the hippocampus, a region of the brain associated with learning and memory. This means that by simply spending time in silence, we are actively supporting our brain's ability to learn, remember, and make new connections. Furthermore, silence enhances our capacity for creative problem solving. When we are constantly bombarded with information and distractions, our minds become cluttered, making it difficult to access our deeper wellspring of creativity. Silence allows us to clear the mental decks, to see problems from new angles, and to tap into our innate capacity for innovative thought. Think of your most creative ideas. Did they come to you in the midst of a chaotic day, or did they emerge during a quiet moment of reflection, perhaps while taking a walk in nature? listening to music, or simply staring out the window. Silence creates the mental space for these aha moments to occur, allowing us to connect seemingly disparate ideas and to find elegant solutions to complex problems. Emotional regulation, the ability to manage and respond to our emotions in healthy ways, is essential for navigating life. Yet many of us struggle to find balance. Silence and solitude are invaluable. Neuroscientists found that quiet reflection makes the amygdala less reactive. Cultivating silence trains our brains for greater calm. Silence also enhances self-awareness. Constant distractions make us lose touch with our inner landscape. In solitude, we observe our emotions and understand what truly matters. This self-awareness is crucial for emotional regulation. Understanding our emotional patterns helps us manage stress and navigate conflict. Inner stability is an invaluable asset in a chaotic world. In our hyper-connected world, solitude often evokes unease. We equate being alone with loneliness, a negative state to avoid. Social media reinforces that happiness is found with others. We fear the quiet moments, the stillness. Loneliness is a lack of connection. Solitude is a choice to connect with ourselves. Solitude is not about physical isolation, but about a state of mind. It is the deliberate act of stepping away from the noise and distractions of the world. In these moments of quiet contemplation, we can hear our own thoughts. Think of it as a form of mental decluttering. Just as we tidy our homes, we can create space in our minds by carving out time for solitude. This might involve taking a walk in nature, meditating, or journaling. The key is intentionality. Solitude is a conscious choice to prioritize our inner well-being. Solitude can be a source of immense empowerment. Free from expectations, we give ourselves permission to simply be. We explore our thoughts without fear of criticism, delve into passions without needing validation, and connect with our authentic selves. This self-discovery is profoundly liberating. We shed layers of conditioning and step into who we truly are. In these moments, we find our true strength and resilience. Solitude fosters self-reliance and inner strength. Embracing solitude can deepen our connections with others. Nurturing our inner world makes us more present and compassionate. We listen without judgment, offer empathy, and build authentic relationships. Solitude helps us reconnect with our needs and desires. It gives us space to recharge and show up as our best selves. Grounded in self, we bring wholeness and authenticity to our interactions. Life is a journey of choices, a constant navigation through a sea of possibilities. Some decisions are small with minimal consequences: what to have for breakfast, which route to take to work. Others loom large, casting long shadows over our lives: which career path to pursue, whether to stay in a relationship, how to navigate a personal crisis. It is often in these moments of significant decision-making that we feel most overwhelmed. The weight of responsibility, the fear of making the wrong choice, the pressure from external influences, all converge to create a fog of indecision, obscuring our vision and leaving us feeling lost and uncertain. We seek advice from friends and family, scour the internet for endless opinions and options, yet the answer often remains elusive. The more we try to force a decision, the more elusive it becomes, leaving us feeling stuck, frustrated, and paralyzed by our own uncertainty. This is where the power of silence and solitude becomes invaluable. In the quiet space away from the noise and confusion of the outside world, we can begin to see our situation with greater clarity. The fog begins to lift, revealing a path forward, perhaps not the one we expected, but one that feels aligned with our deepest values and aspirations. Imagine standing too close to a complex painting. The details overwhelm, the colors clash, and it's difficult to discern the overall image. However, as you step back, creating distance between yourself and the canvas, the individual brushstrokes begin to blend, and the larger picture emerges with startling clarity. This is the power of perspective. When we are too close to a situation, too entangled in the emotional turmoil, it's difficult to see the bigger picture. Our vision narrows, focusing on the immediate details, the fears and the doubts, obscuring the wider context and the potential solutions. Solitude provides that much-needed distance. It allows us to step back from the canvas of our lives, to create space between ourselves and our problems, and to gain a fresh perspective. In the quiet moments of reflection, we can see the situation with new eyes, free from the distractions and influences that cloud our judgment. This isn't about denying our emotions or pretending that the challenges don't exist. It's about creating the mental and emotional space to view them objectively, to see them as they are, not as our fears might dictate. This clarity allows us to make decisions from a place of wisdom, not reactivity, and to choose a path forward that is aligned with our long-term well-being. In the stillness of solitude, we reconnect with our intuition, that inner voice of wisdom. Our intuition is the culmination of our experiences, values, and deepest desires. Silence creates the space for this inner dialogue to occur. When we quiet the external noise, we create the conditions for our intuition to emerge. The answers we seek often reside within us, waiting to be discovered in stillness. Finding clarity is only part of the equation. Once the path forward becomes clear, it takes courage to choose it, especially when that path leads us away from the familiar, the comfortable, or the expectations of others. The decisions we make, particularly the difficult ones, often require us to confront our fears, to challenge our limiting beliefs, and to step outside of our comfort zones. This can feel daunting, even paralyzing at times. The practice of silence and solitude cultivates this inner courage. It allows us to sit with discomfort, to face our fears head-on, and to develop a deep trust in our own inner compass. It reminds us that we are stronger than we realize, more capable than we give ourselves credit for, and fully equipped to navigate the challenges that life inevitably throws our way. When we make decisions from a place of clarity and courage, we step onto a path of authenticity, a path that is uniquely our own. It may not always be easy, but it will be a journey of growth, of self-discovery, and ultimately, of living a life that is true to our deepest selves. In the midst of life's tumult, we all yearn for a sanctuary, a place of peace and refuge. It exists within each of us, a sacred space waiting to be discovered. Imagine a place of profound stillness, a quiet haven where the noise of the world fades. This is the inner sanctuary, a refuge for the soul. Creating this inner sanctuary enriches life. It is in the stillness that we find clarity and strength. The path to creating an inner sanctuary begins with the cultivation of stillness. In a world that prizes constant motion, busyness, and productivity, stillness may feel counterintuitive, even uncomfortable at first. We are so accustomed to the constant hum of activity, both internal and external, that silence can feel strange, even unsettling. Yet it is in these moments of stillness, when we resist the urge to fill the space with distractions, that the true magic unfolds. As we quiet the external noise and turn our attention inward, we begin to notice the subtle nuances of our inner world, the gentle rise and fall of our breath, the sensations in our bodies, the ebb and flow of our thoughts and emotions. This practice of mindful observation, of simply being present with ourselves without judgment, is the foundation of cultivating an inner sanctuary. It is about learning to be comfortable with silence, to embrace the quiet moments without feeling the need to fill them with noise or activity. Start small. Begin with just a few minutes each day, finding a quiet space where you can sit comfortably and simply be present with yourself. As you become more comfortable with silence, you can gradually increase the duration of your practice. The benefits of creating an inner sanctuary extend far beyond moments of silence. This tranquility radiates outward, influencing every aspect of our lives. Our relationships deepen as we become more present and compassionate. We listen with our hearts and respond with empathy. Our work becomes more meaningful as we tap into our creativity. We approach challenges with clarity and make aligned decisions. Even our experience of the world transforms. We notice the beauty in the ordinary. We develop a deeper appreciation for the simple things in life. Creating an inner sanctuary is an ongoing journey. It is a commitment to nurturing our inner world. The sanctuary we seek is a way of being, moving through the world with peace. Embracing silence and solitude in our fast-paced world can feel daunting. We might imagine needing to escape to a remote mountaintop, but it's about making small, intentional shifts in our daily lives. Think of it like building a muscle. Start with just 5 minutes each day, gradually increase the duration. The key is consistency. Create a healthy balance between activity and contemplation. The beauty of incorporating silence and solitude into your life is that there's no one-size-fits-all approach. The key is to find practices that resonate with you, that fit seamlessly into your daily routine, and that bring you a sense of peace and rejuvenation. For some, this might involve starting the day with a few minutes of meditation or mindful breathing exercises. The simple act of focusing on the breath, of noticing the rise and fall of your chest, can have a profoundly calming effect on the mind and body, setting a positive tone for the day ahead. Others might find solace in taking a walk in nature, leaving their phones behind, and allowing themselves to be fully present with the sights, sounds, and sensations of the natural world. The gentle rhythm of walking, the fresh air, and the beauty of the surroundings can soothe the soul and quiet the mind. Journaling is another powerful practice for cultivating silence and solitude. Taking just a few minutes each day to write down your thoughts, feelings, and observations can provide clarity, enhance self-awareness, and foster a deeper connection with your inner voice. The act of putting pen to paper can be incredibly therapeutic, allowing you to release pent-up emotions, process experiences, and gain new insights. In today's digital age, technology has become both a blessing and a curse. It connects us to a world of information and opportunities, yet it also bombards us with a constant stream of distractions, notifications, and demands on our attention. Learning to set healthy boundaries with technology is essential for creating space for silence and solitude. One simple yet powerful practice is to designate specific times each day as tech-free zones. This might involve turning off your phone during meals, leaving it behind when you go for a walk, or establishing a digital sunset each evening, where you disconnect from all devices an hour or two before bed. Another helpful strategy is to be mindful of the spaces in your home where you allow technology to intrude. Create designated tech zones for work or entertainment, and keep your bedroom as a sanctuary for sleep and relaxation, free from the blue light of screens. Remember, technology is a tool. It can be a powerful force for good in our lives, but only if we use it consciously and intentionally. By setting healthy boundaries, we reclaim our time and attention, creating space for the things that truly matter: our relationships, our well-being, and our connection to our inner selves. Our physical environment has a profound impact on our mental and emotional state. Just as a cluttered and chaotic space can lead to feelings of stress and overwhelm, so too can a peaceful and ordered environment promote a sense of calm and clarity. Creating spaces in your home dedicated to silence and solitude can be incredibly beneficial. This doesn't require a complete home renovation. Even small changes can make a difference. Designate a quiet corner for reading or meditation, perhaps with a comfortable chair, soft lighting, and a few inspiring objects. Consider incorporating elements of nature into your space: plants, flowers, natural light, as these have been shown to have a calming and restorative effect on the mind and body. Minimize clutter and distractions, creating a sense of order and tranquility. Beyond our homes, seek out places in your community that offer respite from the noise and busyness of daily life. Libraries, parks, art galleries, or even places of worship can provide a sense of peace and solitude, allowing you to reconnect with yourself and tap into your inner wellspring of creativity and inspiration. Remember, creating space for silence and solitude is not a luxury. It is an investment in your well-being, your relationships, and your capacity to live a more meaningful and fulfilling life. In a world bombarding us with noise and distractions, silence and solitude seem like luxuries. Yet they are essential for navigating modern life with grace and inner peace. It's about engaging with the world more fully and consciously, creating a sanctuary of stillness within ourselves, reconnecting with our true nature, and cultivating resilience to face life's challenges. This return to stillness is a lifelong journey, shedding layers of conditioning and stepping into our true, evolving selves. As we embrace silence and solitude, we notice a profound inner shift. The mind quiets, replaced by inner peace. We become more present and connected to the world. The journey inward, though deeply personal, is not one we take alone. In stillness, we discover we are not separate from the world, but an integral part of it. We see the world with new eyes, with greater compassion, empathy, and understanding. Embrace the power of silence and solitude, not as an escape, but as a path to transforming the world.